Woman finds $4,000 inside hollowed out book, then reveals plan to her family. They say that books are treasure troves of knowledge. Those who enjoy reading, the educated, the erudite, obviously know this to be true. As valuable as this knowledge is, it does not possess any sort of material value, though there are rare cases where a book can actually contain a treasure of a different kind. This is one such case. It's the story of a volunteer at a used book sale who found an unexpected treasure beneath the cover of a rather plain-looking book. Charitable organization. There are a number of volunteer organizations out there that deal in things like clothing donation and the sale of remained books. Volunteer Nonprofit Service Association, Inc., a volunteer group located in Phoenix, Arizona, is one such organization. Books are the main business, and it's books that have made them successful. Big Book Fair. More than 130 volunteers at the VNSA work all year round to prepare for what's considered by many to be the largest charity used book sale in the Southwest. The organization collects more than 600,000 books from an assortment of sources, many of them local donors. Once they're in, the volunteers sort, price, and prepare them for the February event. Retired school teacher. Retired school teacher Kathy McAllister has been part of VNSA since 2012. Her duties in this regard involve working throughout the year to help prep the books for their February sale and acting as personal chair for the sale itself. This means that she helps coordinate all the other volunteers that help out before, during, and after the event. Sorting books. It was before the 2019 book sale, and Kathy once again found herself sitting amidst a towering pile of books and sorting through them to ensure that they'll be in good enough condition to resell. As she was sorting, she came upon a battered, abridged version of Edward Gibbon's The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. It was peculiar for a number of reasons. One of three. The slightly battered book was in fair condition, but it was one of 4 volumes she'd already found, and she'd saved 3 of those already. The other couple had been much more gently used as well. Though she didn't like doing it, she'd done this long enough to know that the only remaining option was to throw it into the pile for repurposing. Unbelievable. I had the book in my hands, Kathy explained to Bookster. I was ready to toss it because we had several copies already. But when I fanned that book out, there's a big hole carved out in the book amongst the pages. She looked down and saw that someone had hidden what looked like bills in the space. Monopoly money. Kathy's first thought was that the bills were Monopoly money, and that perhaps a kid had hidden inside as part of some childish scavenger hunt or something. She reached in and pulled out the money. She felt it. It felt legit. A moment later, Kathy realized that these were not board game bills at all, but bundles of genuine $100 bills. Stacks of cash. The hundreds were all banded in the same way that a bank would band them. In fact, she found 4 packages, each containing 10 $100 bills. Whoever had owned The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire had chosen to hide $4,000 inside the book. She wondered if they even knew it was missing. Decisions. Kathy's second thought upon seeing the money was, wow, this is enough money to fund a supplemental charity. She didn't bother considering keeping the money. She wasn't that type of person. It didn't feel right to keep it for any reason. My values were grounded in our faith, she confessed afterward. The right thing. She continued by explaining that the church taught us what was right and wrong. It just becomes who you are after a while. Regardless of how much good she thought she might be able to do with the money, Kathy decided that the only realistic option left to her was to return it to its rightful owners. But how would she find them? The true owners. Luckily for Kathy, The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire contained more than just $4,000. It also contained a family letter with the name of who the book's former owner. Using the letter, Kathy might be able to follow the links and get it back to its rightful owner. Still, it would take a little digging. Tracking skills. Thankfully, the book's previous owner just happened to have a pretty unusual last name. This made Kathy's subsequent internet search that much easier. After only about 10 minutes online, Kathy had found them. The money belonged to a man and his daughter, and they were about to get some rather good news. Meeting up. Kathy got in touch with the owner's son-in-law, and the two agreed that the family would come down to the warehouse to retrieve the money. She would have met them at their place, but she had too much to do gearing up for the show. The man's father-in-law hadn't even remembered that he'd hidden the money in the first place. Grateful family. The family had received an absolute windfall, so they decided to pay it back a bit. They were so thankful for Kathy's honesty and quick response to them that they actually ended up donating a rather large donation to the Volunteer Nonprofit Service Association to show their gratitude. Word of Kathy's honesty soon spread. Couldn't sleep at night. Kathy soon became a minor internet celebrity, and one of the most popular questions she received was with the easiest of answers. People wondered why she didn't just keep the money for herself. This surprised Kathy, who simply replied with a matter of fact, "I don't know how you could sleep at night." A new method. On February 9th, 2019, the doors of the annual VNSA book sale opened for the first time. Kathy and most of her volunteers were curious to see how their customers acted after news of the story broke. They expected to see folks holding up and shaking every single book they could, just in case someone left money inside. Once in a lifetime. Kathy was surprised to find that most people were simply looking for the same thing they always did, a good deal on some used books. I don't think that anybody else will find $4,000 in a book, but books are a great gift with or without $4,000, she explained. Nonprofit. The Volunteer Nonprofit Service Association that Kathy works for began in 1949, and for the past 63 years has continued their tradition of saving and repurposing affordable books to the general public. Frankly, we need more organizations like these and more people like Kathy McAllister in the world. Check out these other videos from Let Me Know. If you haven't made the move to subscribe to our channel, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.